Good morning. I was going to say happy Monday, but it's not Monday, is it? It's Friday. Um, I wanted to say I'm back because I, shortly after the hurricane, I went and spoke in Chicago and Boston. And though I had an amazing time and had amazing clients, I think I was literally still in shock when I was speaking and I was doing it. But I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm fully present. So, going out on the road this week, being in Minnesota and Wisconsin, I felt like I was back. Like, okay, I might have gone a little too long on one or a little too short on one, but I'm 92.5% back to where I want to be as a speaker and as a powerful presenter. And so it just feels good to feel human again and to not feel in shock constantly. Doesn't mean I don't have sad moments, but I'm not in shock anymore. But a month in shock, I think, to absorb this. And it still feels surreal often. But I got up at 3 in the morning yesterday and I was flying back and I was thinking, you know how like, and maybe many of you today on Friday feel like, oh my gosh, I am having such a long day or such a long week. I feel like, man, I have had such a long 5 weeks of unknown. And still there's a lot of unknown, but I feel more grounded. I feel more hopeful. I mostly feel bad out of all of us for, good morning, Shauna, for Peanut because him losing his sight and us just moving to Florida 11 months ago, he was really kind of getting used to where he liked to sit and navigating the walls in our home. And he wasn't totally blind, but he had poor eyesight. And now he's totally blind. And we're in where we're renting now through the end of the year, but then we're going to have to move again before we can move back. And we are bringing him to Minnesota for Thanksgiving. So we're excited about that. But I was just thinking, I have had a long 5 weeks. I was just feeling tired yesterday. Like I was physically tired from getting up so early, but I was also just tired. Just tired, just physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, oh, I am exhausted. Um, and then when I was flying back, just for a brief time, a lot of people talk about turbulation. And when we sat in that storeroom, literally, we live in a concrete building. Our home is a concrete building built by German engineers and literally is like a castle. It's one of the tallest and strongest buildings on Fort Myers Beach, if not the strongest. But the plane started to vibrate. And so it's not even like a shaking, how you think of being shook, but a vibration. And that brought me back to the storm because literally our building for 8 hours vibrated. It just, with this subtle shaking that shook to the core of me. And it felt like it took a month to get back where I would get up in the morning and I wouldn't feel like I was shaking and I would just feel like I'm stable. And my big goal, and I know I've said this, so you're probably like thinking, what do you and Greg do at night? But my big goal is to cook this weekend, like to make something fresh with vegetables and meat and just make a good meal. We eat a lot of chopped salad, a lot of yogurt, he eats cereal, frozen pizzas, frozen this, frozen that, but to cook again. And I might go back to ordering my Home Chef, even at this address if I can, just because it like gives me fresh ideas and fresh recipes. And we've tried Home Chef and Blue Ribbon, but we loved, or HelloFresh, but we love Home Chef. That was our favorite. They were reasonable. There was great variety, and the meat was the most fresh out of any. So if you want to hear about Home Chef or you want a coupon, I think I have some for like 3 to 6 free meals, but it's just good. But what I was thinking about today, I went to the gym. I got up at, I don't know, 4:30 because that's when I wake up. But I went to the 6:45 class and I was thinking, I think I'm done with my daily live videos. I think this is going to be my last one for a while. And I'm going to go back to my regularly scheduled program of a vlog on Monday, a testimonial on Tuesday, H3 TV talk show on Wednesday, and a blog on Thursday and a Friday favor. Because I really like that system for me in social media, whatever your social media is. But I think you guys are, yeah, Home Chef. It helps me. Yes. Good food. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Good morning, Carol. I feel like I don't even know. It's been over 5 weeks that I've been doing these daily videos, and I feel like I'm ready to go back to my regularly scheduled program. And I will periodically jump on here and share with you where we're at. And when we can move back, we know that most likely it won't be till February, at least maybe March. but we're going to stay optimistic. It feels really good to be back working. I am getting more leads. Thank you for reminding me, Carol, what leads are after I said it to speak. So my calendar is starting to fill up for next year. I have all these beautiful comment cards and other comment cards from the last 2 speaking engagements. So I have lots of speaking and coaching and people that want to join my mastermind in in January, starting to come in. And so I want to focus on my work and focus less on myself and more on how I can serve my clients. So I just thank you for your support, for listening, for taking this journey with me. Another H in my life is hurricane and being more resilient and dealing with more change. And it's taken me a long time to get to where I feel like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work. I'm going to outreach. I'm going to speak. I'm going to do what I'm meant to do and not focus so much. Yes, regularly scheduled program. Yes, that is what I'm going to get back to. So anyway, I just want to say have a fabulous Friday. Do a favor for somebody. This month with November, we think about what we're grateful for first, but then what we can give away. And I had some good ones for you guys yesterday. I gave away like 3 different things, and now I'm trying to remember what I gave. Man, I met an awesome woman on the plane that's coming down to deal with her mother's condo. Her mom died the day before the hurricane. Her mom's place is on the beach, and she's coming down to clean it out. And she lives in Kentucky. And we just talked about life being short. Like to me, people that die in their 60s, 70s, even 80s seem super young to me. With a mother that's 94, a mother-in-law that's 93, and a father-in-law that was 96. I don't know. Like I'm going to live to 106. I got a lot of work to do. So do a Friday favor for someone, and that can be your giving or a share on social media, someone you want other people to do a favor for. So super grateful for my supporters, super grateful for my encouragers. I had an amazing time in Minnesota with the Lakeville Chamber Women's event where there was over 100 women there. I can't remember what she told me, 106 maybe. Women at that. And then in Green Bay at Women in Management, which might change to Women in Leadership, because they're all leaders, whether they're managing other people or not, leaders of their own lives, leaders of organizations. And they had almost 200 people there at that, but just great events. I love doing women's events. I love doing mixed events. I love doing men's events. I love speaking. And I love more than anything when people listen and then tell me what they're going to do to change their lives, their organization, their team for the better. So I am Annie Meehan saying have a fabulous, favor-filled Friday. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for my listeners. And I'm thankful for my supporters that have carried me, prayed for me, hugged me, sent me gifts, sent me cards, sent me support, financial support, emotional support to get through the last 5 weeks, which have been really, really hard. But we're getting back to a regularly scheduled program. Have a great weekend. See you soon. God bless.